And welcome back to On the Record. In studio, Chief Carl Horn. Is there anything coming up in the near future in regards to having like a public meeting dealing specifically with this? I know, I think the band meeting, it's going to be membership and different things like that, but,
Yeah.
you know.
Like I said, we're meeting. I meet with the task force. I'm meeting with this early this week, actually tomorrow, and we'll see what we can get. See where we can go. I mean, we have to set up a game plan how to address this issue, and if there has to be a whole community meeting on this issue, then there should be. I mean, obviously, there's to me, the major issues in our community is membership and the drug issue, but also, there's other issues in the community, but those two are probably right at the top.
I mean, the biggest problems that in any community are the social issues, and the vices, that are happening.
Because it ties into everything. I mean, it ties into our future. It ties into, it's not an easy situation, and somebody has to, like you said, take the ball and run with it. And I'm going to do my best with it. I'm going to try and make a difference on the issue. But I'm not here to say I'm going to curing cancer or I'm personally waging a war on drugs. No, as a community we have to wage a war on drugs and I'll do it. I just need support from the community, and let's do it together before something tragic happens, and I don't want to see that. And I hate to say it, but I don't. That's the only time when the community's going to do something or say something. Not to say that they're not. I mean, there's various organizations that are really working hard on the issue. But as a community, we always come together when something tragic happens, and I don't want to see that. That's the last thing I want to see. I just want to, I want to do what I can do on it before we get to that. Let's take a proactive approach before.
Yeah, I think that there's already been a lot of tragedy surrounding that in the community, and
one's enough.
As much, I'm surprised because out of all the issues in the community, the drug issue is probably, I would say, the biggest issue that you would get community support on, 100%. Obviously the people that are out there selling or
they might have a problem with what I'm saying today, but
they may have some concern that they may lose some money down the road, but there's always another customer to replace one. Mm-hmm. But as a community, I think that the community would have no problem to support anybody around this issue to any length, because I've seen it to any length, and you probably have seen it to any length. There's a lot of good people out there that have tried this in the past, and unfortunately there were only a handful, and it started to fizzle off, diffuse itself because of the time that it takes to do it. That's why I asked you at the beginning that you're taking on two big responsibilities in your position. How are you going to keep it moving? You know what I mean? It's tough because you have a family yourself.
It's just, it's not easy. I mean, like I said, I make mistakes. I'm going to continue to make mistakes. It's just, it's for the future of Ganawagi, and like I said, I can't do it alone, number one. Obviously, I have to have a strong council, and I feel that I do right now. And I have every confidence into the world that they're going to echo my sentiments and saying what I'm saying about the membership and about the drug issue. I need the council support, and obviously the community support as a whole. And like you said, this drug issue it has to be dealt with, and it has to be dealt with now, sooner rather than later. And I'm going to do everything in my power and authority to try and address this issue. There might be some unhappy people out there about what I'm saying or what I'm trying to do. So be it. I mean, there's nothing I can do about that. I'm just trying to protect our future, and our future is our children. Not only my children, your children, and everybody's grandchildren out there, who are going to be our future leaders, police officers, teachers. And regardless, they're going to be future parents in this community one day. They're going to be a mother and a father worrying about what their teenagers are doing, and I want to make sure that they understand that, and they don't have that cloud hanging over their head that they're a drug dealer or whatever. And I just want to make I want to try and make a difference.
You know what? Everybody has a choice, and everybody makes their choice. As the youth of the community, I say that they don't have a choice, only because of the circumstances they may be in. You know, nobody does alcohol and or drugs unless there's an underlying reason for it. You know, people don't just think that, "Oh, today I think I'm going to pick up some crack and smoke it, or I'm going to smoke a joint." It's coming from somewhere, you know, regardless of whether it is. But that's something that, you know, is another part of that. But I think as a community, you know, it's always, like I said, it's always been there. It's always been part of this community to fight against anything like that. And there's been, you know, so many different spectrums as far as what should we do and how are we going about doing it. And like I said, the hard part is that not one organization can do it, and not one person can do it, and it's a tough fight. But we can get a hold of this. You know that I think that, you know, if we get the right people and I guess the right plan, because I don't think that we've ever had a plan in all the years that I've been dealing around it, like in this community, to have specifically a plan on how to not just start it, but how to maintain it and the maintenance of it over a longer period of time, because people do move and fizz out and you know, get different positions, and the priorities change, you know, to something else. But this is probably one of the biggest priorities that we need to address.
Definitely. I mean, for me personally, I'm here now. I mean, I don't know how long I'm gonna be here. I mean, I don't know the future. I mean, a year ago I was shingling a roof for, you know, minimum wage, and now I'm sitting on your fine show, you know, talking about the major issues in the community. I don't know what a year from now holds for me, but
Seems like every time I talk to you, you're throwing somebody out of town. You know what I mean? It's just the issues. I mean, a couple of years ago, it was the predator that was in the community, and and then the membership, and now we're looking at banishment of the drug dealers.
it's just that, you know,
The Terminator.
joking aside, it's just that I'm proud to say I'm from Ganawagi, and I'm proud to live here. I mean, just like everybody else out there, they're proud to say they're from Ganawagi, like me. I mean,
I give you credit, though. You're taking on some tough issues that a lot of other people avoided in the past, and I wish you luck.
yeah, it's just like I said before. I'm proud to be from Ganawagi, just like everybody else out there, and I just want to do my best to you know, protect our community. We got people coming from all angles to try and use our community as a safe haven, or whatever you want to call it. And as long as I'm living here or working here, I'm going to do my best not to let that happen. And you know, we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm just trying to make a difference.
Well, like I said, I got to give you credit for taking on the tough challenges. It's not often that you see a chief, or a younger chief especially, taking on such big challenges, because it's a lot of work. And I give you a lot of credit for that. It's, you know, it's got to be hard on you and your family, and your immediate family. I mean, your parents and your brothers and sisters, and as well as your kids, to be dealing with, because I know even just being as a police, it's tough on the family. Taking on a challenge this big is something else. But I wish you luck, and come back.
Oh, definitely.
And give us an update on what's going on. Any last words to the community?
Just that I'm proud to be from Ganawagi, and I'm going to do everything in my power and authority to try and you know, protect our community, you know, on the various issues. And right now I'm throwing my hat into the drug issue, and I'm going to do my best to try and you know, protect our youth, protect our, you know, future Olympians, protect our future scholar students, and more or less, you know, more important, to protect our future men and women that are going to be, you know, contributing positively in our community down the road.
Well, Ganawagi, this is one of those issues in this community that Carl needs the help of the whole community. You've been watching On the Record. I'm your host, Michael Stock. If you have any questions or comments surrounding this show or any one of our shows, you can phone us at 450-632-NEWS. That's 450-632-6397. or email us at mohawktv@hotmail.com. Nyawa and Onigi Wahi.